best thing that has happened to you in 2021?
In 2021, I released 4 singles on Spotify, Apple Music, and that was a big step, but people have loved it, and it's just nice to kind of get the creative juices flowing and get stuff out there in the world.
Going home to see friends and family, and if you've seen the last video, that was my highlight of that year, so there you go.
In 2021, we moved to Telford, and yeah, that's got to be the best thing. It was a hard thing as well because we left behind lots of friends and family, but it's been amazing to settle here.
Seeing friends I've not seen since before the pandemic.
We bought a house, which is pretty amazing, in the middle of Birmingham. So that's something pretty amazing that's happened in 2021.
Do you think God has something to do with your best things? Why or why not?
God always has something to do with the best things. We're thinking ahead for when we're old and decrepit, and so we need to think about what our future means, and in that, God is right in the middle of everything we have to plan for the future. So I'd say definitely.
Definitely, and that's because a lot of them are kind of based on my walk with Jesus, and kind of thinking about that in a different way.
Absolutely, because people are what restores me when I feel sad, tired. Seeing friends is what makes me feel alive and with it again, really, and just reminds me of all the wonderful things. And I think God's put those people in place to do that and restore my soul.
Definitely God has something to do with us moving to Telford. We didn't even know Telford existed. I had to look at it on a map when someone told me about the role here, and I was like, where is that? Is that in Wales? Yeah, so God had something to do with it. We all prayed about it as a family, and he definitely called us here, and it's been wonderful to work with such amazing people.
Have you ever made a New Year's resolution, and did you succeed?
Yes, and I do succeed at New Year's resolutions because I'm very stubborn. So last year I decided I wanted to be able to do a strict pull-up, and I can do a strict pull-up by the end of the year. A few years ago I decided I wanted to run a marathon, and I ran the London Marathon, but it's only because I'm so stubborn.
I once tried a New Year's resolution to run 5k every day, and I think probably a week in I had a roast dinner that just left me feeling the most sluggish of slugs ever, so that didn't go too well that year.
I've made so many New Year's resolutions in the past. Have I stuck to them? No, not really. This year though, my New Year's resolution is to read 20 books, and so far I'm on target.
The question is, who hasn't made a New Year's resolution? 4 years ago, so we're going into the 4th year, a friend of mine, she set up an accountability group. And we all started with like, oh, these are my goals, blah, 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 blah. But over all the years, we've become friends. And now when we do resolutions, it's more about what is really important. And we really cheer each other up and like, oh, well, you haven't reached your resolution yet, or your goal. But it's like, well, you did your best. That's great. You survived.
I have made many, many, many New Year's resolutions, be that getting fit, be that eating healthy. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I don't. Last year's was to go to the gym and develop my abs, which, as you might be able to tell, are no longer in existence. So I failed.
What's one thing you're looking forward to in 2022?
In 2022, we're looking forward to welcoming our first child into the world. My wife Emily's pregnant, and so we're really looking forward to having a new addition to the family.
So in the summer of 2022, we're going to have United with New Wine, which is a big festival over in Peterborough. Churches from all over the UK and further afield all coming together to worship God and to hear some amazing speakers. And I cannot wait because it's been like 3 years since the last time it was on. So it's just going to be great to see old friends, get all those summer vibes going, summer festival vibes going. So it's going to be cracking.
Potentially, my grandma will have to be in a temp care home, but my parents coming in the summer, hopefully, because I bought tickets for my mum and I for Brian. She loves Brian Adams. So yeah, that will be cool.
Hopefully going to Boston to start travelling again, going exploring. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen.
I am really looking forward to exploring more of what God has for me this year. It's really, really cheesy, but every year I have a word of the year and I pray about and think about what God wants me to focus on for that year. And this year's word is wonder. And throughout the Bible, it uses the word wonder in so many different ways. But the translation, which I love, is pala. Pala means wonder, which is just about talking about the amazing and extraordinary things that God does. And I'm just looking forward to seeing more of that here in Telford.